All right, I still need a marshal down at the wall ride, and we'll be good to go. Getting one more marshal down at the wall ride. Anyone, I'll take anyone. If I could get one more volunteer corner marshal. Corner marshal, anyone. If I get someone down at the end of the straightaway, please. Corner marshal at the end of the straightaway. Thank you, Chris. Much appreciated. All right. Driver's ready. Marshal's ready. Willie on the tone. Here we go. Scooter. Brent. Jeremy. David. Graydon. Matt.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Scooter Wingard, and Willie Madden.
Caution over by Chad. Caution by Chad. Clear. So the orange and yellow car is your leader. Please let him by. Thank you. Caution straightaway. Clear. Work together, guys. Work together. 3 minutes on the clock.
Left. The top drivers are Scooter Wingard, Willie Madden, and Graydon Edwards.
All right, Scooter out on the 1, Willie in the 2, Matt in the 3, Graydon in the 4, David in the 5, Jeremy in the 6, Brent in the 7.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Scooter Wingard, Willie Madden, and Yoder.
All right, so the orange and pink car is your leader. Green and gray is the second car.
The top drivers are Scooter Wingard, Willie Madden, and Yoder.
Caution straightaway, caution straightaway. Stay inside, stay inside, stay inside, stay inside. That is outside. .130 on the clock. Up next, 13.5 Stadium Truck.
After 2 minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are Scooter Wingard, Willie Madden, and Graydon Edwards. After 3 minutes 1 second,
Caution at the
top
roller.
drivers are
Todd.
Scooter Wingard, Willie Madden, and Graydon Edwards.
Put him down, put him down.
45 seconds left.
It won't go? Okay, pick it up.
.30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Willie Madden, Jeremy Becker, and David Pyle.
20 seconds on the clock.
.15 seconds left. Willie Madden done.
Caution straightaway, caution straightaway.
Jeremy Becker done.
Graydon, you're still alive.
Graydon Edwards done. David Pyle done. All drivers are finished. Yoder done. The race is completed.
All right, 13.5 Stadium Truck is up. Looking forward, Jeppesen, Legan, Daniel, Brian, and Kevin.
Daniel Matz. Dan Jeppesen. Brian Matz. Fearless Leader. Jack Legan.
Hey, Brent. Something that might help Graydon, I was just thinking, they make a smaller trigger for people with small fingers.
Yeah, I know. He's got it. Finally, he's got a 17.
Okay. Because I just saw his radio, I was like, oh boy. I was like, that's...
Yeah, I know.
All right, I got checks on everyone. Let's get them lined up on the straight. Order's going to go Jeppesen, Jack, Dan, Brian, and Kevin. What's that? B7? Let me look. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. Jeppesen on the tone, here we go. Jack, Dan, Brian, Kevin.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Daniel Matz, Fearless Leader, and Brian Matz.
3 minutes, 20 on the clock. Kevin out.
Both of them.
The metal too? Jeez, Louise. Yeah, remember, so that's the outside. This is the inside. You didn't hear?
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Fearless Leader,
All
Brian
right, Kevin
Matz,
on the 1,
and Dan
Brian in the
Jeppesen.
2, Dan in the 3, Jeppesen in the 4, Jack in the 5. Jeppesen with a 12.4 now, fast lap.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Brian Matz, Fearless Leader, and Daniel Matz.
2:20 on the clock. Two minutes. Brian out. Brian out on
2
the 1,
minutes
Jeppesen
left.
in
2
the 2,
minutes 1
Daniel in the
second.
3, Kevin in the
The
4,
top
Jack in the
drivers are
5.
Brian Matz, Dan Jeppesen, and Daniel Matz. After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Brian Matz, and Daniel Matz.
.110 on the clock. Jeppesen now out in the 1, Brian in the 2, Kevin now up to the 3, Jack in the 4, Daniel in the 5. Dan 12.381 fast lap.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Brian Matz, and Fearless Leader. .45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Brian Matz, and Fearless Leader.
20 seconds.
15 seconds left.
5 seconds.
Jack Legan done. Daniel Matz done. Dan Jeppesen done. Brian Matz done. All drivers are finished. Fearless Leader done. The race is completed.
All right, 13.5. Short course is up. Looking for Jeremy, Josh, Scott, Graydon, and Roger. Yep, 2. You did.
Give the other advantage of the lowest short course body. It's got a handle right there.
Graydon Edwards,
Technically, anybody
Mr.
can have one
Amain,
if you're bold enough to cut
Scott
it out.
Hafner, Roger Francis, Jeremy Becker,
All right, let's get marshals out to the track. Jeremy's short course is looking really good. Whoever helped tune that did a good job. All right, let's go ahead and get him lined up on the straightaway. Order is going to go Jeremy, Josh, Scott, Graydon, and Roger. Again, Jeremy, Josh, Scott, Graydon, and Roger. All right, still need one more marshal down at the end of the straightaway. Again, one more marshal down at the end of the straightaway. If I could get a volunteer marshal. Anyone.
All righty, we need, well, actually, we're okay there. We don't need somebody down there. Okay, so Jeremy, you're going to go on the tone. Here we go. Josh, Scott, Graydon, and Roger.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, Jeremy Becker, and Mr. Amain. After 1 minute,
3 minutes left.
The top drivers are Jeremy Becker, Mr. Amain, and Scott Hafner.
All right, so Jeremy out front, 17.406, putting himself fifth on the grid. There are 10 short course. I think we'll just do 10 in the main. Yeah.
After 1 minute,
Short
30
course
seconds,
like full heats.
the top drivers are Jeremy Becker,
They're the only
Mr.
ones that like
Amain,
full heats.
and
Mod
Scott
guys
Hafner.
don't.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Jeremy Becker, Mr. Amain, and Scott Hafner.
All right, so Jeremy, 17.405, needs to get to 403 to knock down Alexander. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Jeremy Becker, Mr. Amain, and Scott Hafner.
All right, so Jeremy out front. Josh in the 2, 1.3 seconds back. Sitting 5.6 on the grid. Fell down to 4.06. He's got 1 minute left to pick up 3 seconds, knock Alexander down. Oh, and then somebody gets thrown right in front of him.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Jeremy Becker, Mr. Amain, and Scott Hafner. "45 seconds left.
"30 seconds, driver, 30 seconds.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds,
Josh
the
now
top
taking
drivers
over
are
the
Mr.
lead.
Amain, Scott Hafner,
He's on
and
a
Jeremy
4.07.
Becker.
Jeremy falls down to 7th overall. Behind Terry. Josh down to 4.06 now. He's 3 seconds behind
15
Alexander.
seconds
That's a
left.
lot to ask with 15 seconds. You can do it. Did we ever turn the did we ever turn this on? Is the video going? Okay, good. Okay, good. Good job.
I do some things right.
No, you do a lot of things right.
Roger Francis done.
I don't care what your parents say about you.
Mr. Amain done. Jeremy Becker done.
Nothing but love here.
Graydon Edwards done. All drivers are finished.
All right, there's the race. So
Scott Hafner
Metcalf
done.
right now sitting 5th overall. Wait a second here. Finish right.
The race is completed.
Okay.
Tail whip. Chad Kramer. James Paulson.
All right, let's get Alexander and Terry Cross. Let's get them lined up.
Terry
Okay,
Brown.
no more laps, no more speed, no more laps,
Lil
no more
Puttin.
speed. Bring them around. It's going to go Mike, James, Chad, Alexander, and Terry. We got corners. Sweet. Thank you, everybody. Here we go. Mike on the tone. James, Chad, Alexander, and Terry Brown. $12 knot on a Mike first lap.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Chad Kramer, and Lil Puttin. After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Chad Kramer, and Lil Puttin.
Help out in the middle.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Chad Kramer, and Lil Puttin.
All right. 2 minutes left, 2 minutes. Mike, Alexander, James. So Alexander
2
putting
minutes
himself
after 2
second
minutes,
on
1
the
second.
grid right now
the top
overall.
drivers are Tail Whip, Lil Puttin, and
Got
James
to hold it
Paulson.
together for 2 more minutes. Graydon, pay attention. Watch the race. Alexander's only 5 seconds back from the leader. Only.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Lil Putton, and James Paulson.
All right, 1:20 left now.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Lil Putton, and James Paulson.
50 seconds.
45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Lil Putton, and James Paulson. 15 seconds left.
So wins on an 18.4 flat. Alexander 06, James 17.06. Alexander's an 18.06. Terry Brown 17.408. Chad 16.4 flat. So keep going here.
Done.
So Mike is just going to miss his TQ by about a second from
James
the first
Paulson
run.
Done.
So he did an 18.4 flat. He
Lil
did
Putton
an 19.412
done.
the first run. He'll keep that. Alexander's going to go up 2 spots
Terry Brown
currently
done.
to the 2. He's a
All
knockdown
drivers
James
are finished.
Paulson to the 3 and Chad,
Chad
to the
Kramer
4.
done. The race is completed.
So heat 1 of 2, 17.5, Buggy, Chad, Terry, Chris, Emily, Ryan, and James.
Emily Weldon. Ryan Johnson.
So we need all those marshals out there. Looks
Chris
like there's
Morrison.
a couple back-to-back. Let's see here.
What's up? Yep.
Fearless leader. Chad Kramer. Terry Brown.
James, are you going to make this one? Paulson? You're in this one. You're in this one. Yeah. It says you're in 6th on here. Just wait on James here. Give him a sec. Marshals, I need someone down at the end of the straightaway. And then I think we'll be good. If I get, actually, I need someone down at the end of the straightaway and someone up by me. So 2 marshals. If I get 2 volunteer marshals, please. Again, 2 marshals. Anyone. Thank you, Matt. Roger, if I get you, right here.
James
Roger,
Paulson.
if I get you down at the end, Roger, if I get you at the end of the straightaway, please. He's in the next one? Oh. Okay. Okay, sorry, James. All right, order's gonna go Chad, Terry, Chris, Emily, Ryan, and Kevin. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. Chad on the tone. Here we go. Terry, Chris, Emily, Ryan, Kevin.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Fearless Leader, Chad Kramer, and Emily Weldon.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just saw it on there and I was like, okay. Yeah, sorry about that.
After 1 minute 1 second, the top drivers are Fearless Leader, Ryan Johnson, and Chad Kramer.
.240 on the clock. Kevin out in the 1, Ryan in the 2, Chad in the 3, Terry in the 4, Chris in the 5, Emily in the 6. So Kevin's sitting 3 overall right now. 2:30 on the clock.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Fearless Leader, Ryan Johnson, and Chad Kramer.
.215 on the clock. Caution up at the roller. Caution at the roller clear. So Chad, that's the leader coming through. All right, 2 minutes on the clock.
2 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Fearless Leader, Ryan Johnson, and Terry Brown.
.135 on the clock. Caution after the hit.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Fearless Leader, and Terry Brown.
All right, 120 on the clock. Gap between 1 and 2 is 0.1 seconds now. Between 2 and 3, 2.3 seconds. The battle right now between Kevin and Ryan. So the red and gray car is the second place. Let him by when he comes through. And pink and yellow is the number 1 car, so let him by when he comes up on you. He'll be up on Chad next.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Fearless Leader, Ryan Johnson, and Terry Brown. .45 seconds left.
.35 seconds.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Fearless Leader, Terry Brown, and Chad Kramer. .15 seconds left.
You're not supposed to do that.
Emily Weldon done. Terry Brown done. Chris Morrison done. Chad Kramer done. All drivers are finished.
My truck is so fast.
Fearless Leader done.
What? Let me get the next round started and then I'll get you.
The race is completed.
Once I get everyone called off, then I'll come crash.
Old guys rule.
Just stick around.
Dan Jeppesen. Final drive ratio. Brian Matz. Todd
Caution
Powell.
at the chicane, caution at the chicane. Marshals, marshals, marshals. Get some marshals out to the track.
Tail whip.
All right. Order's going to go Dan, Mike, Todd, Brian, Eric, and Rob, a.k.a. James. All right. Order. Yeah, I got checks on everyone. Marshall's ready. Dan on the tone. Here we go. Mike, Todd, Brian, Eric, James.
James Paulson. After 30 seconds, the top drivers
All right,
are
James,
Tail
I got you
Whip,
switched
Dan
over so it is
Jefferson,
under you
and
now.
Todd Powell.
All right, Mike out in the 1, Dan in the 2, Todd in the 3, Brian in the 4, James in the 5, Eric in the 6. Three minutes on the clock. Mike leading us around gap between 1 and 2, 1.1
After
seconds
1
now
minute
between
left,
2
the
and
top
3,
drivers are
2.5
Tail Whip,
seconds.
Dan Jefferson, and Brian Matz.
Between 3 and 4.4 seconds. 2:50 on the clock. Fast lap 12 flat now out of Mike. Mike and Dan both on 24 lap pace right now. We got Brian 19.409, James 19.411, Todd 18.402, Eric 17.411. Caution at the roller, caution at the
After
roller.
1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are
Gonna be
Tail
a bit
Whip,
of an
Dan
upset
Jefferson,
there.
and Brian Matz.
So Mike out in the 1, Brian in the 2, Dan in the 3, James in the 4, Eric in the 5. Looks like Todd may have tapped out here. 2:10 on the clock.
After
left.
2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Dan Jefferson, and Brian Matz.
So Mike's still out in the 1 now. So far only one on the 20 lap pace. Dan 12:06 fast lap. 1:35 on the clock.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Dan Jefferson, and Brian Matz.
All right, Mike out in the 1, Dan in the 2, Brian in the 3, James in the 4, Eric in the 5.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Dan Jefferson, and Brian Matz. "45 seconds left.
35 seconds on the clock. Mike still is strong. Jefferson up in the 2 now. Brian in the 3, Eric in the 4, James in the 5.
30 seconds
Everyone gapped
left.
out by a couple
After
seconds
3
now.
minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Dan Jefferson, and Brian Matz. "15 seconds left.
Five seconds.
Dan Jefferson done. James Paulson done. Brian Matz done. Tail whip done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that's
Old
the race.
guys
Drop
rule
the cars
done.
off, get right back out to
The race
Marshall.
is
2 mod
completed.
is up. Looking for Brad, Robert, Roger, Justin, other Justin, and Jack. What do you need? Something?
Robert Bacozzi. Roger Same. Jack Legan. Brad Borneal. Justin Hall. Justin Wilming.
All right, got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. Straightaways closed, straightaways closed. Order's going to go Brad, Robert, Roger, Hall, Wilming, and Jack. I need a marshal in the middle still, and then we'll be good to go. Thank you. All right, driver's ready. Marshal's ready. Brad on the tone. Here we go. Robert, Roger, Hall, Wilming, Legan. Caution after the wall ride, caution after the wall ride. Stay inside, clear.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Roger Same.
.315 on the clock. Bacozzi on the 1, Borneal in the 2, Simon the 3, Hall in the 4, Legan in the 5, Wilming in the 6. 11.489 out of Bacozzi. It's putting Robert in the 1 overall,
After
Hall
1
in the 2.
minute left, the top
Brad goes down
drivers
to
are
the
Robert
3 overall,
Bacozzi,
Roger in the 4,
Justin
Legan
Hall,
in the 5.
and Brad Borneal.
Caution on the wall ride. Almost takes the marshal out. Don't do that to James, he's nice. I've already screwed him over enough times with his name in the system tonight, so let's cut him some slack. All right, 2:35 on the clock.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Justin Hall. Two minutes after left. 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Robert
Caution at Karen,
Bacozzi,
caution at Karen,
Brad
clear.
Borneal, and Justin Hall.
.145. Bacozzi still leads around Borneal in the 2. Hall in the 3. Simon the 4. Legan in the 5. Justin in the 6.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Justin Hall. One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Justin Hall.
45 seconds on the clock. Bacosi still leading us around Borneal
45
into
seconds
caution at
left.
the. All clear. 40 seconds on the clock.
"30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacosi, Brad Borneal, and Justin Hall. "15 seconds left. Justin Wilming done. Jack Legan done. Robert Bacosi done. Brad Borneal done. Roger Same done. All drivers are finished.
All right,
Justin Hall
that's the
done.
race.
The race is completed.
Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Kevin, do we want to put all 10 in short course? Okay.
All right, Sportsman B Main is going to be up first. Then 17.5 B main will be second. Then we'll go into the A's. So we'll take one bump out of each of those. B main is going to be Yoder, Eric, Woody, Scott, Roger. And then B main of two-wheel pro stock is going to be Terry, Emily, Chris, and Ryan. So I'll give you guys 5 minutes. We will start at 4 minutes. We'll start in 4 minutes at 8:50. 8:50. So 4 minutes. This is your 4-minute call?
In two-wheel,
Yeah.
don't change anything in the computer.
Right.
But I'm just telling you before the racing goes, and tell Alexander. We didn't get James's first run, which was faster, so he should be in front of me. So me
You
and
guys
James,
switch it.
though,
Okay.
we'll do it
Okay.
on the grid, but just
Okay.
don't let it out
Okay.
over pitch about it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. All right. Let's get our B main guys heading up here. Yoder, Eric, Woody, Scott, and Roger. Mod Buggy out to corner marshal. Let's get this rolling through here. So the
Just for the points things, you put my name in spelled different, so
okay, well that's okay.
so it's split. One of my races is
Okay.
a different name.
Yeah. Okay, I'll remind me. Remind me. Did you TQ? I was going to say we could put the other one. We could put your
Yoder. Woody Arthur. Roger
Let's get 'em
Francis.
checked in. Eric and Scott. Here comes Eric.
Scott Hafner.
Scott Abner's checked in. B main of expert stock. You will be up next. As soon as Eric's checked in, get this rolling. These rounds shouldn't take as long. There's a lot less rounds or heats in the round, so
Eric Rosen.
line them up. Goes Yoder, Eric, Woody, Scott, and Roger. Matt, Eric, Woody, Scott, and Roger. Line them up, guys. Come on, let's go. Okay, one of you is going to make the A main. So here we go on the tone in less than 5. We are off and running. Oh boy, keeping Brad busy. That's how he stays so thin. So Scott and Eric. Oh, Eric,
After
they both
30
crashed.
seconds,
1 or 2
the
crashed.
top
Here
drivers are
comes
Eric Rosen, Scott Hafner,
Emily.
and Yoder.
Oh, excuse me. That's Yoder. You guys keep changing your car colors. I have no idea who anybody is. Pick a combo and keep it that way. Rosen, I wish he'd get another color. Using my old body. So who is
After
leading
1
this
minute
thing?
minutes,
Scott
the top
Hafner
drivers
is.
are Scott Hafner, Yoder, and Woody
No,
Arthur.
Matt Yoder is in the lead now. When did he change to that? Oh. So now Yoder and Emily's cars look similar. So Yoder out front. 16.403, fast lap of a 14.0. I know there's a 13
After 1
in
minute
that
30
car.
seconds,
There
the
it
top
is,
drivers are Yoder,
13.9.
Scott Hafner, and Woody Arthur.
All right, so it's Yoder, Scott, Woody, Eric. Alexander should be up here calling this.
2 minutes left. The top drivers are Yoder, Scott Hafner, and Woody Arthur.
155 on the clock. Matt on the 1, Scott on the 2, Woody and 3, Eric in the 4. Fast lap 13.3 out of Yoder. Caution on the back after the sweeper. All clear.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Yoder, Woody Arthur, and Eric Rosen.
Deep breaths, Matt. Blink and breathe, blink and breathe. You got this.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Yoder, Scott Hafner, and Eric Rosen. 45
I gotta
seconds
say, I really
left.
like Matt's new body. Looks much better than the other one. It's clearly making him a lot faster, too. He's all the way up, almost a lap up on the grid now.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32
I'll
seconds,
stop talking about you
the
now.
top drivers
All right,
are
25
Yoder,
seconds.
Scott
Scott in the
Hafner,
2, Woody
and
in 3, Eric in
Arthur.
the 4. So, Eric, you will have the leader coming up on you here in a sec. You have 15 seconds, so probably about
15
one lap.
seconds
We'll see if
left.
you guys get it for 2. Unlikely, though.
Yoder done.
All right, Matt's going to take that one. And a heck of a finish there out of Matt.
Scott Hafner done.
Just waiting on
Woody
Woody
Arthur
and
done.
Eric to go across the line.
All drivers are
Whoa!
finished. Eric Rosen done.
All right, Eric. Nice job, Matt.
The race is completed.
I didn't talk about you too much, I hope. So, Matt, you will make the bump, by the way, so you're going to want to get on the charger. All right, two-wheel drive stock buggy B main is up.
Chris Morrison.
Looking for Terry, Emily, Chris, and
Ryan Johnson.
Do you have another battery charge? Okay.
Terry Brown. Emily Weldon.
All right, got checks on everyone. Let's get them lined up on the straightaway. Order's going to go Terry, Emily, Chris, and Ryan. Scott's fast. He's got this. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready on the tone. Here we go. Not quite a flawless start, but, you know, we made it through the first lap. Caution up at Karen. So it looks like we got Chris out
After
on the 1,
30
Terry in
seconds,
the 2,
the
Ryan
top
in
drivers
the 3,
are
Emily in
Emily
the 4.
Weldon, Chris Morrison, and Terry Brown.
Caution at the hip,
After
caution at the
1
hip.
3 minutes left, the top drivers are Terry Brown, Chris
Clear.
Morrison, and Ryan Johnson.
2:55 on the clock. Terry Lee is strong. Chris in the 2, Emily in 3, Ryan in the 4. Chris, less throttle through that back section. You'll do a little better. 2:40 on the clock. Less is more on this track, guys. Less is more. Especially through this Karen section in the roller. The less throttle you use, the
After
faster
1
you'll
minute
go.
30 seconds, the top drivers are Terry Brown, Chris Morrison, and Emily Weldon.
There we go. Chris with a 12.8 last time by. Terry on the 1, Chris in the 2, Emily in 3, Ryan in the 4. Ryan fast lap 12.560.
2 minutes
After
left. 2
Ryan's
minutes
got the
1
pace.
second. The top drivers
He's
are
got 2
Terry
minutes to
Brown,
make something
Chris
happen.
Morrison, and Emily Weldon.
Caution on the back, caution at the back. Clear.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Terry Brown, Chris Morrison, and Ryan Johnson.
Chris taps out over the tabletop. That's put Ryan up into the 2. $1:15 on the clock. He's still got time for Terry to make a mistake. Chris is not out either. He's still got a minute to make something happen. They're
1
all
minute
gapped out
left.
about a straightaway length
After
between
3
each car
minutes
now.
2 seconds, the top drivers are Terry Brown, Ryan Johnson, and Chris Morrison.
Ryan's got some fans cheering for him from the crowd.
45 seconds left.
Seems a little biased, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. 35 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes
30
32
seconds.
seconds, the top drivers are Terry Brown, Ryan Johnson, and Chris Morrison.
Ryan's made up the gap. They're
15
going to have
seconds
one
left.
more lap. It's not over yet. 5 seconds. This will be it. Oh, Ryan taps out so close.
Chris Morrison done.
So
Emily
much power. He's
Weldon
still going
done.
to take the 2, though. Finish it out.
Terry Brown done.
Ryan, you put in the work and it showed. Good job.
All drivers are finished. Ryan Johnson done. The race is completed.
So Terry, get back on the charger. You made the bump for that one. 13.5 four-wheel drive. A1 is up.
Dan Jefferson,
Ryan, you almost had that. That was fun to watch.
Jeff Phelps, Old Guys Rule, Daniel Matz, Willie Madden.
Caution at the roller. Caution at the roller. Stay wide. Stay wide. Let's get marshals out to the track.
Tail whip.
Willie pulling out some rock crawler moves out here. All right, caution on the straightaway. Clear.
Ryan Johnson, Emily Weldon.
All right, got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. Straightaways close. We're gonna need some volunteer marshals for this next round. We got a full heat. Order's gonna go Mike, Jeff, Dan, Ryan, Daniel, Eric, Willie, and Emily. Mike, Jeff, Jefferson, Ryan, Daniel, Eric, Willie, and Emily. Marshals, I need someone down at the 1-up banner. I need someone up by me. And I need someone at the roller. So 3 marshals. If I get 3 marshals, please. 3 volunteer marshals. Anyone, anyone, anyone. Someone at the roller, someone up by me, and someone at the one-up banner. Someone at the end of the driver's stand, too. Two more marshals, two more marshals. Anyone, anyone, anyone. Two volunteer marshals, please. We've got a nomination. Jack, are you going to be all right? All right. Let's have you, we'll give you the spot up. I need two. Roger, we need someone at the one-up banner, someone at the end of the driver's stand. You good, Willie? Okay. One-up banner. All right. Alrighty. Drivers ready. Marshals ready on the tone. Here we go. All right, Mike out on the
After
one.
30 seconds,
Jeff in the
the
two.
top
Dan
drivers
in
are
the three.
Tail Whip, Jeff Phelps, and Dan Jefferson.
Daniel in the 4. It's like Eric in the 5. Willie in the 6. Ryan in the 7. Emily in the 8.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Jeff Phelps, and Dan Jefferson.
.235 on the clock. Mike out on the 1. Jeff 2 seconds back now. Dan 1
After
second
1 minute
back from
31
Jeff.
seconds, the
Those are
top
your top
drivers
three
are Tail
cars.
Whip, Jeff Phelps, and Dan Jefferson.
So Willie, you'll have the leader on you here in a sec. Please let him by when he comes through. Thank you. Next battle between Daniel and Eric. So Willie, you have third place coming up on you here in a sec.
2 minutes
you.
after 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Tail
All right, Willie,
Whip,
you're good
Jeff
to go.
Phelps, and Dan
You're
Jefferson.
ahead of Ryan, so no need to let him by. All right, 1:40 on the clock. Mike still leading us around. Jeff in the 2, Dan in the 3, Daniel in the 4, Eric in the 5, Willie in the 6, Ryan in the 7, Emily in the 8.
After
Gap
2
between
minutes
1 and 2
31
is
seconds,
2.3
the top
seconds
drivers
now.
are Tail
Mike's
Whip,
starting to pull
Jeff
away with
Phelps,
this one.
and Dan Jefferson.
Eric, you have a number 2 car coming up on you here in a sec. Thank you. One minute on the clock.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip,
Caution on
Jeff
the tabletop,
Phelps,
caution
and
on
Dan
the tabletop.
Jefferson.
Stay inside, stay inside. Clear. 45 seconds now on the clock.
45 seconds left.
.30 seconds.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Jeff Phelps, and Dan Jefferson. 15 seconds left.
Four seconds.
Tail whip done. Daniel Matz done. Jeff Phelps done. Ryan Johnson done. Willie Madden done.
Nicely done, Mike.
Emily
Clean
Weldon
run.
done. Dan Jefferson done. All drivers are finished. Old guys rule done. The race is completed.
Sportsman 17.5. And then truck is up after that. So are you in that? You're in that, right? Okay. All right, looking for Willie, Scooter, Brent, Todd, Jeremy, David, Graydon, Seth, and Matt.
Scooter Wingerd. David Pyle. Graydon Edwards. Yoder. Todd Murray. Jeremy Becker. Willie Madden. Seth Rhodes.
All right, just waiting on Brent to get checked in here. Brent, are you going to make this one? Brent? Are you? Okay. All right, let's get him lined up on the straightaway. Order's going to go Willie, Scooter, Todd, Jeremy, David, Graydon, Seth, and Matt. Again, Willie, Scooter, Todd, Jeremy, David, Graydon, Seth, and Matt. Marshall, could you get... Sweet, thank you. Okay. You're almost there, Graydon. We believe in you. Just put him on top. There we go. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. On the tone. Here we go.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Willie Madden, Graydon Edwards, and Seth Rhodes.
All right, Willie on the 1, Graydon in the 2, Seth in the 3, Scooter in the 4, Todd in the 5, David in the 6, Jeremy in the 7, Matt in the 8. Everyone's spaced out here. Closest battle right now between Jeremy
After
and
1
Matt.
minute, 3 minutes the top drivers are Willie Madden, Graydon Edwards, and Seth Rhodes.
Caution at Karen, caution at Karen. Marshall. All right. Everyone gapped out about a second right now.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Willie Madden, Scooter Wingerd, and Seth Rhodes.
So Scooter and Willie, the battle to watch. Seth right there in the mix. Willie's got a gap about of a straightaway now. Almost half a track at this point.
Two minutes left. After 2 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Willie Madden, Scooter Wingerd, and Seth Rhodes.
Caution after the wall ride, caution after the wall ride. Continue caution. Clear.
After 2 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Willie Madden, Scooter Wingard, and Seth Rhodes.
.115 on the clock. Willie still leading us around.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Willie Madden, Scooter Wingard, and Seth Rhodes.
So Willie out in the 1, Scooter in the 2, Seth in 3, David in the 4, Graydon in the 5, Jeremy in the 6, Todd in the 7, Matt in the 8.
45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32
25 seconds on the clock.
top drivers are Willie Madden, Scooter Wingard, and Seth Rhodes. "15 seconds left.
10 seconds on the clock.
Todd Murray done. Seth Rhodes done. David Pyle done. Willie Madden done. Graydon Edwards done. Scooter Wingard done. Jeremy Becker done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that's
Yoder
a
done.
race.
The race is completed.
13.5 Stadium Truck is up. Hey, Eric. Can I get you to start this one for me real quick? Yeah, appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and get drivers checked. There should be plenty of marshals for this round.
Daniel Matz. Fearless leader. Brian Matz. Jack Legan.
All right, 13.5 Stadium Truck up next.
Dan Jefferson.
All right, got checks from everybody. Let's get them lined up. Need corners out there. No more speed, no more speed. It's like we got corners everywhere. Looks like we got corners. Order's going to go Dan, Jack, Kevin, Daniel, and Brian. Drivers ready. Corners ready. On the tone, we're going racing. All right, nice clean start, racers. All right, early race. We got Dan in the 1, Jack in the 2, Kevin in the 3, Daniel in the 4, Brian in the 5. Everybody's really close, all piled up together. Looks like Dan's starting to get a little
After
bit of a
30
gap
seconds,
out.
the
Heading
top
around the
drivers
Chad
are
corner.
Dan Jefferson,
Looks like he's got
Jack
about
Legan,
half a second
and
on
Fearless
Jack.
leader.
Nice, tight truck race. It's like Dan's starting to stretch it out a little bit.
After 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Jack Legan, and Fearless leader.
Got Dan with a fast lap of 12.83, Jack with a 12.87, Kevin with a 12.88, Daniel with a 12.92, and Brian with a 12.91. Everybody's super close together. Great race. Let's find our leader coming around, hit a little bobble. That's going to let Jack catch right up. Jack's breathing down Dan's neck, and
After
Kevin's
1 minute
breathing down
31
Jack's
seconds,
neck.
the top drivers
And
are Dan
Daniel's
Jefferson,
breathing
Jack
down
Legan,
Kevin's
and
neck.
Fearless leader.
Oh, Kevin tapped. It's all right. Plenty of time, Kevin. Still got 2+ minutes to go.
2 minutes after left. 2 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Jack Legan, and Daniel Matz.
You can have it back. I'm not very good at this.
All right, looks like the tightest race is Jack and Daniel. Oh, Jack got a little bobble. Let Daniel go by. Still got another minute 40 seconds, Jack. Don't worry about it. You got plenty of time. Looks like Kevin and Brian are battling it out back there.
The top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Daniel Matz, and
Brian
Jack Legan.
tapped. Hit the Karen pole. Here comes Daniel ripping around Karen, heading over the roller down up the stretch. In the wall ride. Nice line around the whoop there. Coming around Chad. Looks like he's got about
left.
a good second
After 3
over
minutes 1 second.
Daniel.
The top drivers are Dan
Jack's about a
Jeppesen,
second
Daniel
behind
Matz,
that.
and Jack Legan. "45 seconds left.
Looks like Dan's putting in a good consistent run here. Stretching it out.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Daniel Matz, and Jack Legan.
Got about a 2-second lead over Daniel right now.
"15 seconds left.
So we got Jeppesen, Daniel Matz, Jack, Kevin, and Brian.
Fearless leader done.
Kevin's
Dan
done.
Jeppesen done.
Dan's done.
Daniel Matz done.
Dan's done. Jack's done.
Jack
Brian's
Legan
done.
done.
All drivers are done.
All drivers are finished. Brian Matz done. The race is completed.
All right, 13.5 short course is up next. We're looking for Mike, Alexander, James, Chad, Josh, Terry, Jeremy, Scott, Graydon, and Roger. Corners from the last race. Let's put your cars down and get right back out to Marshall.
Tail whip. Chad Kramer. Mr. A. Main. Terry Brown. James Paulson. Lil Putton. Jeremy Becker. Graydon Edwards. Scott Hafner.
I'm like, shit. That's all it takes. Yeah. All right. Roger's out. You out of this, Roger? What's the matter? Why? What's going on? The spot in the middle. No, there's a spot up there. There's 10 spots. Yeah, get up there. 5, it's right in the middle. Okay. Line them up. Mike, Alexander, James, Chad, Josh, Terry, Jeremy, Scott, and Graydon. Why don't you, let's see, Mike, move up just a little bit. And then everybody move up a little more. Just tighten it up. Move up. Jeremy, move down, and then somebody else can go. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Take it easy. On the tone. Take it easy. Less than 5. Easy does it in that first corner. Oh, man. Well, that's a pretty good start. All right. 9 short courses. What could go wrong? Mike's already way out front. Puddin in the 2. Paulson
After
in the
30
3.
seconds,
Kramer in
the
the
top
4.
drivers are Tail Whip, Lil Puddin, and James Paulson.
Mike on a 18.408.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Lil Puddin, and Chad Kramer.
All right. So Win out in the 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I thought I heard something clicking. So that means Alexander to the 1.
After
Get a
1
good
minute
run in
30
here because the
seconds,
next one
the
will
top
be
drivers
faster.
are Lil Puddin, Chad Kramer, and James Paulson.
He's on an 18.409 pace. $17.5 Buggy Expert Stock is up next.
2 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Lil Puddin,
Remember,
Chad
you go
Kramer,
up as
and
in
James Paulson.
qualifying order onto the driver's stand. If you go up before somebody and they qualify better, they can tap you on the shoulder and have you move.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Lil Puddin, Chad Kramer, and James Paulson.
Alexander still leading us around. He's coming up on Terry Brown now. Thank you, Terry. So right now it's Alexander, Chad, James, Scott,
1 minute 3
Metcalf,
minutes 1
Graydon,
second.
Jeremy,
The top drivers
Terry.
are Lil Puddin, Chad Kramer, and James Paulson.
$45 seconds left.
45 seconds left. "30 seconds left.
30
After 3
seconds.
minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Lil Puddin, Chad Kramer, and James Paulson. "15 seconds left. Chad Kramer done. Graydon Edwards done. James Paulson done. Lil Puddin done. Jeremy Becker done. Mr. Amain done. Terry Brown done. All drivers are finished. Scott Hafner done.
All right. So
The
Alexander
race
takes
is
the win.
completed.
Alexander, you got to come call this next race.
All right, looking for Mike, Dan, Todd, Brian, Kevin, Eric, Chad, James, and Terry. You're out, okay. 1. Mike, what happened?
Old Guys Rule. Fearless Leader.
Yeah.
Terry Brown. Brian Matz. Chad Kramer. James Paulson.
All right, just waiting on Mike and Dan checking. Mike, you're in this one. Marshals, I need one marshal up by me. Thank you, Ryan. Liquid Death in hand. He's ready to go. Dan, are you going to make this one? Okay. You got it.
Tail Whip.
Order's going to go Mike, Dan, Brian, Kevin, Eric, Chad, James, and Terry. I'm in no rush. Don't worry, Dan.
Dan Jefferson.
All right, order's going to go Mike, Dan, Todd, Brian, Kevin, Eric, Chad, James, and Terry.
Todd Powell.
Again, Mike, Dan, Todd, Brian, Kevin, Eric, Chad, James, and Terry. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. On the tone, here we go. Caution at Chad, caution at Chad.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Brian Matz, and Old Guys Rule.
Caution on the roller, so we got Todd, Kevin,
After
and
1 minute 2 seconds,
Mike
the
all
top
bunched up
drivers
here.
are Dan Jefferson, Old Guys Rule, and James Paulson.
That's the battle to watch. Mike looking for an inside line there on Kevin. Not quite going to find it yet. Todd hanging on for dear life. Kevin all over the back. Mike all over the back of Kevin. Down the straight they go. Todd taps out. That's going to put Kevin up a spot. Caution on the back. Caution on the back wall ride. Caution on the back wall ride. Slow,
After
slow,
1 minute
slow.
33
Slow through the back
seconds,
wall ride. Slow
the
through the
top
back wall
drivers are
ride.
Dan
Slow through the
Jefferson,
back wall ride.
Old Guys Rule, and James
Caution
Paulson.
at Chad. Caution at Chad. Scott right in front of you. Scott right in front of you.
Two minutes left. After 2 minutes 4 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Old Guys Rule, and James Paulson.
Caution at Chad. Caution at Chad. Clear.
After 2 minutes 34 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Old Guys Rule, and James Paulson.
Caution at Karen, right
1
in the middle,
minute
right in the
left.
middle.
After 3 minutes 4 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Old Guys Rule, and James Paulson. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 34 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Old Guys Rule, and James Paulson. "15 seconds left.
15 seconds on the clock. Caution straightaway, caution straightaway.
Fearless Leader done. Tail Whip done. Terry Brown done. Dan Jefferson done. James Paulson done.
Track still
Brian
live,
Matt's
track still
done.
live.
Chad
we go.
Kramer done.
All right, that's the race.
All drivers are finished. Old Guys Rule done. Todd Powell done. The race is completed.
All right, two-wheel drive modified is up. You got third.
Robert Bacozzi.
Are you all right?
Roger Same.
That's why I was staying my back, because it's like...
Brad Borneal. Justin Wilming. Jack Legan. Justin Hall.
Kevin, are we taking a break between this or just go straight through? Okay. All right, got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. Straightaways closed, straightaways closed. Order's going to go Bacozzi, Borneal, Syme, Hall, Legan, and Wilming. Again, Bacozzi, Borneal, Syme, Hall, Legan, and Wilming. Justin, if you want to move back one spot, thank you. Thank you. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. On the tone. Here we go. Caution after the tabletop.
After 30 seconds,
3:30 on the clock.
top
Bacozzi out in
drivers
the
are
1,
Robert
Hall in the 2,
Bacozzi,
Legan in the 3,
Justin
Wilming in
Hall,
the 4,
and Jack
Borneal in the
Legan.
5, Syme in the 6, 12-2. Or sorry, now 11-4-7-8 fast lap out of Bacozzi. Caution for the roller. Clear.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Justin Hall, Robert Bacozzi, and Justin Wilming.
Caution before the roller. Caution before the roller. Stay wide. Stay wide. Clear.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Justin Hall, and Brad Borneal. 2 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Brad Borneal, Roger Same, and Robert Bacozzi.
All right, 140 on the clock. Borneal out in the 1, Simon the 2, Bacozzi in the 3, Hall in the 4, Legan in the 5, Wilming in the 6. Everyone gapped out about a second or so right now. Closest battle between
After 2
Borneal
minutes
and
31
Simon.
seconds,
That's about
the top drivers are Brad
0.2
Borneal,
of a
Roger
second
Same,
gap.
and Robert Bacozzi.
Bacozzi's made up that time now. He's about 3/10 back. Simon taps out. Caution straightaway. Stay outside on the straightaway. Stay outside. Stay outside. Stay outside. Clear. Caution in front of the roller. Caution in front of the roller.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Brad Borneal, Robert Bacozzi, and Roger Same. "45 seconds left.
"35 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32
Bacozzi
seconds,
still against round
the top
Borneal in the
drivers are
2,
Robert
Simon in the 3,
Bacozzi,
Hall in the
Brad
4, Wilming in the
Borneal,
5,
and Roger
Legan in the
Same.
6.
"15 seconds left. Justin Wilming done. Justin Hall done. Robert Bacozzi done. Brad Borneal done. Roger Same done. All drivers are finished. Jack Legan done.
All right,
race
that's
is
the
completed.
race. Up next, 13.5 four-wheel drive.
Old guys rule.
All right, let's get 13.5 drivers checked in here. 2 mod out to the track to Marshall. Again, 2 mod out to the track to Marshall.
Jeff Phelps. Tail whip. Dan Jefferson, Emily Weldon, Ryan Johnson,
Caution up front, caution up front. Clear.
Daniel Matz,
All
Willie
right, just
Madden.
wait on Willie to go across. All right. We got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. Straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. You almost hit him, Eric. A little more speed. All right, order's going to go Mike, Jeff, Dan, Ryan, Daniel, Eric, Willie, and Emily. All right, driver's ready, marshal's ready. On the tone, less than 5. Here we go. All right, Mike looking for a repeat run.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Jeff Phelps, and Dan Jefferson.
All right, first 30 seconds, we have Mike out in the 1, Jeff in the 2, Dan in the 3, Ryan in the 4, Daniel in the 5, Eric in the 6, Willie in 7, Emily in the 8. Mike starting to start with 11.573 fast lap overall. He's out 24.06, Jeff 19.402, 1.2 second gap now between 1 and 2. About 1.1 second between 2 and 3. Gap between
After
3
1
and
left,
4, 2
the top drivers are
seconds.
Tail
We
Whip,
got
Jeff Phelps, and Dan Jefferson.
.245 on the clock. Mike's still leading us around. Jeff trying to make up that gap about straightaway now between the two of them. So Willie let Dan by on
After
this
1
turn.
minute
Thank you.
30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Jeff Phelps, and Dan Jefferson.
So 1, 2, and 3 all separated by about a straightaway now. Daniel in the 4. So Daniel, have the leader coming up on you here in a sec.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Tail Whip,
Less than
Jeff
2 minutes
Phelps,
on the
and
clock
Dan
now.
Jefferson.
Mike still leading us around. Jeff in the 2. Daniel in the 3, Eric in the 4. Or sorry, Dan in the 3. We got Eric in the 4 now. Daniel in the 5, Ryan in the 6, Willie in the 7, Emily in the 8. So Jefferson in the 3 spot.
After 2 minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Jeff Phelps, and Dan Jefferson.
Mike's continuing with his 4-wheel performance. Total domination this evening. 1:15 on the clock. .11.488 fast lap out of Mike. Eric, you have the leader. Thank you. Ryan, you'll have the leader coming up on here in a sec. Thank you. Nicely done. Ryan taps out down the
1
straightaway.
minute 3 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Tail Whip, Jeff Phelps, and Dan Jefferson.
Does not affect his overall position, though.
.45 seconds left.
40 seconds on the clock. Willie, let Jeff by. Thank you.
30 seconds
After
left.
3
minutes 31 seconds. The top drivers are Tail Whip, Jeff Phelps,
25
and Dan
seconds on the
Jefferson.
clock. Jeff needs a mistake out of Mike. Look at one more lap.
15 seconds left.
Mike may get one more.
Jeff Phelps done. Emily
Caution
Weldon
at the
done.
roller, caution at the roller.
Daniel Matz done. Willie Madden done. Old Guys Rule done. Ryan Johnson done. Dan Jefferson done. All drivers are finished. Tail whip done. The race is completed.
All right, 75 Sportsman A2 is up. Hey, Kevin. Someone's trying to get your attention. All right, no laps, no laps. Give us a sec. Mike has it. Seth, you're in this one. I mean, you don't have to. You can give Matt the upper hand here. All right, go ahead and get checked in.
Todd Murray. Willie Madden. Yoder. David Pyle. Scooter Wingerd. Seth Rhodes.
Brent, are you going to make this one or are you still out? What? Okay.
Jeremy Becker.
Just waiting on one more. Wait, one more. I need marshals out the end of the straightaway, please. Marshals out the end of the straightaway. If I get one volunteer down at the end of the straightaway, thank you. Thank you, Mike. We need more people
Graydon
like Mike.
Edwards.
Drives fast and marshals. All right. Order's going to go Willie, Scooter, Todd, Jeremy, David, Graydon, Seth, and Matt. All right. Drivers ready? Yes. Close enough? Maybe? Almost? All right. You guys good? All right. Drivers ready. Marshals ready on the tone. Here we go. Thank you, Graydon, for that clean start. Caution up front after the tabletop.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, David Pyle, and Yoder.
All right, first 30 seconds, we got David out in the 1, Scooter in the 2, Graydon in 3, Willie in the 4, Matt in the 5, Seth in the 6, Jeremy in the 7, Todd in the 8.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes the top drivers are Scooter Wingerd, David Pyle, and Graydon Edwards.
All right, 2:45 on the clock. Scooter still leading us around. David in the 2, back by 0.1 seconds. So that's the battle to watch between Scooter and David right now. Graydon in the 3, Matt in the 4. Caution on the wall ride. Caution on the wall ride.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers
Mike
are
almost
Scooter
loses his
Wingerd,
head back
David
there.
Pyle, and Graydon Edwards.
Caution up front. Caution up front. All right, 2 minutes on the clock.
2 minutes left. After 2
Caution
minutes,
on the
2
wall ride.
seconds,
Caution on the
the
wall
top
ride. Go
drivers
really
are
slow at
Scooter
the wall
Wingerd,
ride. Really
David
slow at the wall
Pyle,
ride. Caution
and
up
Graydon
front.
Edwards.
Dan, right up front. Caution at Karen. Caution at Karen. Clear. All clear. All clear. Battle now between Todd and Seth. Caution on the back wall ride. Nice and slow through the back wall ride. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. All clear.
After 2 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Graydon Edwards, and Yoder.
Caution straightaway. Caution straightaway. Stay inside. Stay inside. Stay inside. Stay inside. Clear.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are David Pyle, Yoder, and Scooter Wingerd.
50 seconds on the clock.
45 seconds left.
Thirty
30 seconds left.
Caution on the wall ride.
After
Caution
3
on the wall
minutes
ride. Nice
32
and slow through the
seconds,
back wall ride.
the
Nice
top
and slow through
drivers
the
are
back
David
wall ride.
Pyle,
Nice and slow.
Scooter
Nice and
Wingerd,
slow.
and
Clear.
Yoder. "15 seconds left. Yoder done.
Matt
Jeremy
making
Becker
huge
done.
progress from being the bump
David
all the way up
Pyle
to taking
done.
third in A2.
Seth Rhodes done. Graydon Edwards done. Scooter
Just-
Wingerd done. Todd Murray done. All drivers are finished. Willie Madden done.
All right, that's a race.
The race is completed.
Drop your cards off. Get right back out to Marshall. Stadium truck is up.
Dan Jeppesen. Fearless Leader. Jack Legan. Brian Matz. Daniel Matz.
All right, I got checks on everyone. Let's get them lined up on the straightaway. Order is going to go Dan, Jack, Kevin, Daniel, and Brian. Got checks on everyone. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. On the tone, less than 5. Here we go. Caution after the wall ride.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, fearless leader, and Daniel Matz.
All right, 3:15 on the clock. Caution on the back. So Jeppesen out in the 1.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes, the top
Brian in the
drivers are
2,
Dan
Legan in the
Jeppesen,
3,
Brian
Matz in the
Matz,
4,
and Jack Legan.
Kevin in the 5. Not sure what happened there.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan
2:25
Jeppesen,
on the
Brian
clock.
Matz, and Jack Legan.
Caution on the roller, caution on the roller. Clear.
After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Jack Legan, and Daniel Matz.
1:45 on the clock. Caution wall ride, caution after the wall ride. Nice and slow, nice and slow, nice
After
and
2
slow.
minutes 31
Clear.
seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Jack Legan, and Daniel Matz.
One minute on the clock.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Daniel Matz, and Jack Legan. "45 seconds left.
All right, Daniel Jeppesen. Going to take the overall tonight. Make sure you stay around if you're in the top 3. We're going to take photos.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dan
Daniel
Jeppesen,
and
Daniel
Jack.
Matz, and Jack Legan.
What it's looking like overall. You guys, I'll be right down.
15 seconds left.
10 seconds. Short course is up next. Probably need a volunteer. We will need a volunteer. Okay, time
Daniel
expired.
Matz
Finish
done.
your laps.
Dan Jeppesen done. Brian Matz done.
And Jack.
All drivers
Here
are
we go.
finished. Jack Legan
Short
done.
course up next.
The race is completed. Mr. A. Main, James Paulson, Scott Hafner, Chad Kramer, Graydon Edwards, Lil Putton, Tail Whip,
I can marshal right here, but
Alex, ready to go. Whatever. We all know our spots. Terry Brown checking in. Jeremy checking in, and we'll be ready to go. Get some corner marks out there. We need one at the far
Jeremy
end.
Becker. Terry Brown.
We need one corner at the far end down there. I don't want Jack down there. Oh, Jack. Line them up. Mike, Alexander, James, Chad, Josh, Terry, Jeremy, Scott, and Graydon. Mike, pull up a little more. There you go. Perfect. All right, here we go. Take it easy in that first couple corners, guys. On the tone in less than 5. Easy, 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 easy in that first 180 back. Oh. 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 No love at all on the roller. See you guys later. I'll see you at the other place. I'm going to come there. And I'll be able to just hang out. Yeah, so I'll see you guys over there. Yeah.
After
Yeah,
30
you too.
seconds, the top drivers are Lil Putton, Chad Kramer, and Mr. Amain.
All right, so Alexander out front. He won the first one. Here comes Win, though. Fast lap at 13.4. Alexander 13.8. Chad 13.7. Wow. Wow.
After 1 minute left,
Clean it up,
the top
guys.
drivers
Clean
are
it
Lil
up.
Putton, Chad Kramer, and Tail Whip.
So Metcalf in the 2. Mike is driving it like he's angry at somebody. Watch around the sweeper. Don't hit Jack. Don't hit Jack. Do not hit Jack.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Lil Putton, Mr.
Metcalf
Amain,
is still in
and
the
Chad
2.
Kramer.
Watch out, Dan. Oh, well, or somebody. Watch out on the back sweeper. Watch out on the back sweeper.
After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Lil Putton, Chad Kramer, and James Paulson.
All right, 1:45 left, corner marshals. Oh, boy. Back wall. Mike seems to be just running a demolition
After
derby.
2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Lil Putton,
He has the
Chad
fast
Kramer,
lap,
and
but he
James
has the
Paulson.
most crashes, too. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, so it's Alexander, Chad, James, Josh, Mike, Terry, Scott, Graydon. And now Jeremy calls in front of Graydon.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second,
minute.
the top
1
drivers
minute
are Lil
left.
Putton, Chad Kramer, and James Paulson.
2 more races. We'll take some pictures.
"45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Lil Putton, Chad Kramer, and James Paulson.
20 seconds left. Alexander gonna take home the win tonight.
15 seconds left.
If he doesn't break, actually I think he's got it anyway. Driving really well in that Vision Racing chassis. Associated SC10.
James
Time's
Paulson
expired.
done. Tail whip done.
Finish your laps, you will
Scott
be done.
Hafner done.
So overall, it's going to go
Done.
Alexander, Chad,
Chad
and
Kramer
James.
done. Lil Puttin done. Graydon Edwards done.
There we go.
Jeremy Becker done.
Stock buggy.
All
you're up
drivers
now.
are finished. Terry Brown done. The race is completed.
Nice job.
All right, two-wheel drive stock buggy is up. All right, let's go ahead and get drivers checked in.
Brian Matz. Terry Brown. Old Guys Rule. Fearless Leader. James Paulson. Dan Jefferson. Tail Whip. Todd Powell. Chad Kramer.
Caution at Karen, stay inside, stay inside, stay inside. All right, no speed, no speed. I got checks on everyone. Order's going to go Mike, Dan, Todd, Brian, Kevin, Eric, Chad, James, and Terry. Again, Mike, Dan, Todd, Brian, Kevin, Eric, Chad, James, and Terry. If I get a volunteer marshal down at the end of the straightaway, please. Again, if I get one more marshal down at the end of the straightaway. Mike, if you want to pull up just a bit. All right, there we go. Everyone move up just a little bit. Again, if I get one more marshal down at the end of the straightaway, please. One more marshal, anyone? Volunteer? Need some, oh, perfect, thank you. All right, drivers ready. Marshals ready on the tone, here we go. Cleaner start than I was expecting. Nice job.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, James Paulson, and Brian Matz.
All right, first 40 seconds, we have Dan on the 1, James in the 2, Brian in 3, Chad in the 4, Kevin in the 5, Eric in the 6, Terry in the 7, Todd in the 8, Mike in the 9. Caution at the roller, clear.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, James Paulson, and Brian Matz.
2:55 on the clock. Dan's still leads strong. Gap between 1 and 2 is 2.5 seconds now. Paulson now up in the 2 spot. Brian in the 3, Eric in the 4, Chad in the 5, Kevin in the 6, Terry in the 7, Todd in the 8, Mike in the 9.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, James Paulson, and Brian Matz.
There we go, yeah. You're right. All right, Dan on the 1, Mike in the 2, Brian in the 3, Eric in the 4, Kevin in the 5, James in the 6, Terry in the 7, Todd in the 8, Chad in the 9. Caution on the back after the wall ride. Caution after the wall ride.
The top drivers are
Clear.
Dan Jefferson, Tail Whip, and Brian Matz. After 2 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Dan Jefferson, and Brian Matz.
1:20 on the clock. Caution
1
at
minute
Karen,
left.
caution at Karen.
After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Dan Jefferson, and Brian Matz.
50 seconds on the clock. Mike leading us around. Dan in the 2, Brian in 3, Eric in the 4, Kevin in the 5, James in the 6, Terry in the 7, Todd in the 8, Chad in the 9.
45 seconds left.
11:920 fast lap out of Mike.
Seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Dan Jefferson, and Brian Matz. Seconds left.
5 seconds. Caution at the roller, caution at the roller.
Terry Brown done. Brian Matz done. Todd Powell done.
Caution on the roller, caution on
Old
the roller.
Guys Rule done.
Caution straightaway,
Fearless
caution
Leader
straightaway.
done. Dan Jefferson done. James Paulson done. Chad Kramer done. All drivers are finished. Tail Whip done. The race is completed.
All right, last round of the night, two-wheel drive modified.
Robert Bacozzi. Brad Borneal. Justin Hall. Roger Same. Justin Wilming. Jack Legan.
All right, got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. Straightaway's closed, straightaway's closed. All right. Drivers ready, marshals ready. On the tone, less than 5.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Roger Same.
All right, first 30 seconds, we have Bacozzi on the 1, Borneal in the 2, Simon the 3, Hall in the 4, Legan in the 5, Wilming in the 6. Fast lap 11:308 out of Bacozzi.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Roger Same.
All right, 2:35 on the clock. Bacozzi leading us around. Borneal in the 2, Simon 3, Hall in the 4, Wilming in the 5, Legan in the 6.
After 1 minute 30 seconds,
1 and 2 gapped
the
out
top
by
drivers are
4.3
Robert
seconds.
Bacozzi,
3
Brad
and
Borneal,
4.2
and Roger
seconds.
Same.
3 and 4.5 seconds now. Brad holding off Roger here. Down the straight they go. Caution after the wall ride. Caution after the wall ride. Clear.
2 minutes left. The top drivers are Robert
Whoa.
Picosi, Brad Borneal, and
Good
Roger
catch out of
Sane.
Mike. Hope his face is still intact. Dang. That was something. Caution after the wall ride. Caution after the wall ride. Jack pulls off that landing. That was impressive. I think that should be an Olympic sport. Right there. All right. 1:30 on the clock.
After 2 minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Picosi, Roger Same, and Brad Borneal.
.110 on the clock now. Picosi leading us around. Syme now up to the 2, Borneal in the 3, Hall in the 4, Wilming in the 5, Legan in the 6.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Robert Picosi, Roger Same, and Brad Borneal. .45 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Picosi, Roger Same, and Brad
Caution of the
Borneal.
chicane. Caution of the chicane. Clear. Sorry, I was trying to call that out, but I was yawning.
15
seconds
left.
on the clock.
Roger Same done. Justin Hall done. Jack Legan done. Brad Borneal done. Robert Picosi done. All drivers are finished.
All right,
Justin
that's a
William
race.
done. The race
So
is
you're in the
completed.
top 3. Stick around for podium pictures. So 2 mod will be Picosi, Syme, and Borneal. For stock buggy, it will be Jeppesen, Walczyk, and Nguyen. Short course, it will be. Need mod. Mod is Picosi, Syme, and Borneal. Short course, we are at. Chad, James, and myself. Stadium truck. Jeppesen, Daniel, and Jack. 17.5 Sportsman. We have Willie, David, and Scooter. And 4-wheel drive. We've got Mike, Jeff, and Dan.
David Pyle. Seth Rhodes.
Tail whip.
13-8. Unknown driver. 13-4. 27.6. 12-1. 14 flat. 13-8. 12-1. 16 flat. 13-3. 14 flat. 12 flat. 15-4. 13-7. 14-2. 11-9. 15-1. 15-3. 11-6. 14-6. 17-2. 17-1. 30.8. 13-2. 15 flat. 15-9. 15-9. 11-9. 14-2. 14-9. 14-4. 12 flat. 14 flat. 15-3. 15-2. 12 flat. 13-5. 14-3. 11-7. 15 flat. 13-6. 14-1. 15-7. 17-6. 13-8. 12-3. 14-6. 17-4. 13-9. 11-7. 13-3. 14-7. 13-7. 13-1. 13-7. 14-6. 14-3. 13-8. 24.2. 12-8. 16-4. 13-2. 13-6. 14-6. 11-6. 21.4. 14-6. 13-2. 14-9. 15-2. 15-1. 13-7. 16-3. Graydon Edwards. 18-5. 22 flat. 17-9. 12-7. 11-7. 14-2. 12-7. 15-7. 12-3. 21.3. 13-8. 34.3.
For some reason, I'm in as Graydon right now. I don't know how that happened.
14-6. Todd Powell. 15-5. 14 flat. 14-6. 14-9. 14 flat. 13-4. 14-1. 13-1. 14-3. Lil Putton. 14-3. 13 flat. 13-9. 13-3. 24.9. 14 flat. 13 flat. Tail whip. 13-2. 'David Pyle. 13-2. 13 flat. 20.2. 14-1. 22.7. 13-2. 12-8. 12-2. 13-4. 14-3. 17-7. 13-3. 12-5. 14-4. 13-5. 30.7. 150.7. 13-1. 12-6. 12-7. 14-7. 16-4. 17 flat. 12-9. 13-4. 13-1. 13 flat. 27.2. 144.1. 12-9. 15-9. 15-6. 13-3. 14-8. 12-6. 12-6. 13-9. 13-7. 12 flat. 13-6. 12-8. 12-7. 24.9. 13-2. 13-1. 12-5. 12-7. 13-3. 13 flat. 14-8. 18-3. 28.6. 28.1. 13-6. 13-6. 13-2. 13-2. 13-7. 13-1. 12-1. 12-6. 13-6. 12-5. 12-5. 12-5. 12-5. 12-6. 16-8. 23.9. 12-8. 14 flat. 13-1. 31.2. 26.7. 13-3. 12-6. 12-6. 13-6. 13-3. 13-3. 13-4. 12-8. 13-5. Justin Wilming. 12-4. 12-4. 13-3. 39.6. 12-8. 13-8. 15 flat. 34.4. 34.4. 12-6, 12-8, 13-1, 21.1, 12-5, 12-9, 14-1, 24.2, 12-4, 12-3, 12-9, 13-9, 12-4, 13-8, 12-2, 14 flat, 12-5, 13-7, 15-6, 13-7, unknown driver, 14-8, 21 flat, 14-7, 13-7, 14-9, 13-9, 52.2, 13-5, 13-2, 15-5, 13-6, 14-4, Seth Rhodes, 13-8, 12-9, 14-1, 14-7, 14-8, 13-9, 13-8, 14-1, 15 flat, 12-7, 14-6, 13-1, 13-9, 17-1, 18-3, 12-7, 14-1, 14 flat, 12-9, 14-5, 14-6, 12-5, 105.6, 12-8, 15-3, 13-6, 12-5, 12-8, 13-4. 44.8. 103 flat. 13-1. 14-7. 15-6. 103.5. 13-6. 14-8. 14-7. 13-6. 39.2. 14-5. 15-2. 12-9. 14-7. 17-1. 14-4. 14-2. 22.6. 12-7. 105.1. 14-1. 13-4. 111.8. 15-1. 13-5. 15 flat. 16-2. 13-3. 12-8. 14-4. 13-5. 12-9. 14-7. 14-1. 14-2. 13-5. 14-8. 14 flat. 13-1. 13-7. 14-1. 13-6. 40.2. 14-7. 14-1. 13-7. 32.8. 14-2. 13-2. 13 flat. 16-4. 26.2. 14 flat. 14-2. 13-6. 14 flat. 18-1. 14-3. 13-4. 44.4. 15-1. 30.4. 15-3. 12-7. 15-4. 13-9. 49.4. 32 flat. 14-7. 12-8. 14-1. 13-6. 14-9. 17-5. 13-7. 14-1. 12-5. 15-4. 13-8. 13-9. 12-7. 14-5. 13-6. 15-1. 12-8. 14 flat. 13-1. 13-5. 12-7. 15 flat. 13-6. 13-1. 14-6. 13-8. 13-8. 14-3. 13-3. 13-6. 28.2. 28.5. 14 Todd Powell. 13-9. 46 flat. 13-7. 15 flat. 14-7. 21.1. 15 flat. 16-4. 14-3. 14-8. 18-7. 15-1. 42.8. 12-7. 13 flat. Twelve eight. Twelve four. 12-4. $48.4. $13 flat. $13-1. $12-5. $13 flat. $12-3. $12-4. $12-5. $12-5. $13-3. Justin Wilming. 12-7. $12-8. 14 flat. $12-7. 15-7. $12-9. 28.6. $12-6. 13-7. 12-6. 13-5. 13 flat. 34.3. 12-8. 13 flat. 29.6. 12-8. 12-8. 12-8. 13-5. 13-6. 13-2. 12-6. 13 flat. 12-4. 12-5. 13-4. 12-7. 14-5. 12-8. 12-9. 12-6. 12-7. 17-3. 12-7. 12-8.